What's going on, everybody? This is Carly T, also known as Carly the Pilot, with Carly Talks Cash. Yes, another episode where we talk about the emotions and the thought process around finances. So, if this is your first time watching or if you're coming back, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. So, as some of you may know, I always make sure to go over 3 points that connect to the purpose of the overall channel. So before we get into those, let's talk a little bit about what I've been up to lately. I'm back in school. I'm still investing. I'm still on my coin journey. I'm still doing all of my hobbies. Picked up drawing again and writing more songs and recording and all of that fun stuff. So, of course, I'm working, obviously, but there's just a lot going on. Just trying to make time for the people I love as well. And time for rest. So, very important. I always want to make sure I'm doing that. So, let's get into it. Point one. So, what's the first point? The first point is resentment. And why is it important to be aware of that? Basically, you want to make sure that you're watching out, making sure that through your day to day life, you're not despising or disliking someone simply because they have something that you don't. That is, like I said, very, very important. It's very close to jealousy, if you will. And it could be a slippery slope to self-sabotage, maybe, or negative behaviors, or maybe spending money that you don't have to maybe look a certain way or to keep up with people that you want to keep up with. But the, the moral of all of this is to use that image in front of you of someone having something that you want that you do not yet have. Use that as inspiration to get to where it is that you want to go and what you want to get. So just keep that in mind. Stay at peace with yourself, and you can have it too. Remember that. Point number two. So point number two is you don't know what you don't know, and that's okay. So I'm saying that this is okay because everybody's knowledge along the way about their finances is always different. Everything that we were taught or weren't taught. So it really isn't our fault as far as like our past and our background with our finances. However, at this point, if you've come to this point and you're watching a video like this, or you've been thinking about it, or if you just spend money in general, if you make money and you spend money in general, it's always good to know how your finances are affecting you and how you are affecting your finances. So it's very important. And at some point, it just becomes helpful to make sure that you know what you're doing with the money that you make, with the money that's going in and going out. And at the end of the day, it just serves you better. Positive things come from that. You are able to make it work for you in the long run. So never, ever, ever be afraid to learn. And that's going to bring me into my next point. And last but not least, here's number three. So number three is all about using your resources. We have a lot of information at our fingertips all the time. So there's no excuses. We can find out and pretty much learn anything and everything that we want to learn about getting our finances together, tips, tricks, things that work for us, because there's so many different ways. But if it resonates and if it doesn't, it's totally fine. But at least you did the research. At least you put yourself in front of the information. Because like I said, you came to the point of watching this video in point two. So you got to this point. So you might as well stick with it and keep pushing forward. And it's definitely, not a linear journey. It's very much a rocky path. It can be a rocky path, but it's worth it in the end, once again, to set yourself up and to set those up that are important to you in your life, if that is the route that you're trying to go. So I would say, use YouTube as a resource. There's so much to learn on YouTube alone. Anything you want to learn, you can look up what stocks are, you can look up what ETFs are, you can look into dividend stocks, the ones that are great in 2024. I mean, even if you have an Apple phone, I assume on Android they also have a built-in stock app, in which you can click on that. You can go straight to the Wall Street Journal. You can go straight to all of these different platforms that inform you about money and what's going on in the world. If you're not really much of an article reader, you can once again look at YouTube. There are TikTok channels dedicated to um, finances and so much more. There's so much information out there. The internet is full of entertainment, but it's also full of great information. So those are a couple of resources. I've listed some resources before in previous videos. I will say one again, I did do a class with Ashley Fox recently. She always does complimentary classes. She has really great training classes and other programs as well to help you get to where it is that you want to go. Also, I'm going to be doing a class as well tomorrow with Fidelity. It's about Roth IRAs, so I'm learning more about that. I'll put all of this, of course, on the screen so that way you can figure out what it is that you want to get into and what works for you. Once again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not trying to tell you what to do with your time or your finances, but thank you so much for spending time with me and listening to the 3 points of the day of the video. And I appreciate y'all so much. And I hope that you go out and you accomplish what it is that you want to accomplish. And thank you so much for liking. Make sure to comment all of the things that you're learning in your financial journey. And also go ahead and subscribe. Why not? Anyway, thank you again. And y'all have a good one. See you next time.